Many of us might have asked statements like, if you guys love each other, I feel that is all that matters. Don't worry about any other thing else, it will fall into place. This particular statement has done more harm than good to every fresh and upcoming couples in their relationship. I'm using my 1% to tell you right now that that statement is not entirely true. Why? Because love is not always enough.
I picked you from across the room. Pretty little body dancing like go go. Eh. When you won't want me, when you won't want me, I'm in San Francisco, Johnny.
Welcome to my YouTube channel, guys. My name is Odunayo. Today we're going to be talking about why love is not enough. If you're new, thank you for tuning in. You are not here by mistake, you're not here by chance. You are destined and ordained to be in this channel. So stick to the very end, click the subscribe button. And if you're a returning subscriber, my G's, what's up now? I know it's been a while you've seen my beautiful face and heard my beautiful voice. And there are reasons for that, trust me. It's not intentional. Going forward, I hope to be more consistent on this app. Amen. So let's get right into today's topic, why love is not enough. Now, you'll be wondering, why do I think love is not enough? I'm going to give you my instances, I'm going to explain my scenarios, I'm going to give you my examples, and I believe that by the end of this video, you will agree with me 90% why love is not always enough in a relationship. Oftentimes, we hear people say love is all you need to make it work. Love is all you need to get through it together. Love is all you need to be happy together. In as much as I agree with those statements to some extent, I do not fully agree with them. What exactly makes a relationship work? Fine, love is very important. But love is not the only major things you need in a relationship. Why love someone when you don't trust them? Why love someone when you don't respect them? Why love someone when you don't value them? Many people in a relationship today will claim to love you and not respect you. Many will claim to love you and not trust you. Many will claim to love you and not value you. Why? Because their understanding of what love really is wrong. Now, take for instance, you're in a relationship, a year, 2 years relationship, and then for a very long time you've been dealing with trust issues. In as much as your man or your woman claim to love you, he or she finds it hard to believe anything you have to tell them. What do you think will happen in such relationship? You personally, you will not be at peace. Anytime you're trying to make a decision, you start to second guess it. When you go out and you are honest about your outing, you know your man will doubt you, then in turn you try to lie so it doesn't seem like you are doing something he won't accept. And then when the truth comes into light, you try to justify the fact that you lied because he doesn't trust you, and the cycle continues. Yes. It is not healthy for you to be in a relationship, in a romantic love relationship, when your partner doesn't trust you. That is why I said love is not enough. For a love relationship to work, you need to trust each other, you need to respect each other, you need to value each other, you need to care about each other, you need to learn to communicate, you need to learn to be vulnerable. Before you consider a love relationship with anybody, regardless of how much the butterflies in your tummies are fluttering, regardless of how much your heart races when you see the person, regardless of how emotional you feel about this person, you need to really see this person, like really look at them. Does this person value match my value? Does this person thought process match my thought process? Does this person's lifestyle, this person's goal, this person's vision, is it in line with what I have for myself and my future self? At the long run, will we work, or this thing is a short-term thing? These are things you need to consider before going into a relationship with someone. Hence the reason why love is not always the reason for you to jump into a relationship. Just to avoid stories that touch. It's because if you're being honest, if you're someone that has a conservative lifestyle, You are the type that likes to make your things private. You like your space. You are not a party pooper or a party freak. You are not the type that loves to party, attend events and club. And you're tied to someone that is like that. Their lifestyle is flashy and all that. It will be hard to keep up. It will be mentally and physically draining because it feels like you have to change everything about you just to accommodate them. In as much as love is also about compromise, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to change everything about you to accept them. Yes, it takes two to tango. You guys have to come to a compromise, but it's not a situation where one has to be beneficial more than the other. Are you with me? So, amongst many other things, I would like to talk about the respect aspect also. A lot of couples right now are in relationship where their partners do not respect them. They talk shabbily to them like they bought the bride or the groom on market. They treat their partners like they are not worth an iota of their respect, which is not supposed to be so. Now, if you ask that kind of human, they will tell you, of course, I love my wife, but a woman should learn to know her place. Or actually, since I'm the one feeding him, I can talk to him anyhow, even if I love him. You know, this kind of people, even if you love them, you don't have to show it or they will take it for granted. So you have to treat them like crap, and that is not supposed to be so. That is not supposed to be so. You're supposed to love your partner and respect them, value them, be open to them. Let them know when something is wrong with you. Let them know when you're having issues. Let them know when you are not happy with what they are doing. If you're with someone that you can't communicate all of this, your insecurities and feelings with, then I do not understand what you guys are doing in that relationship. Only if you're in there to hurt yourself at the long run. A lot of people go into relationship short-sighted, and at the long run they get divorced or they get separated, and in turn affecting their child or children. I had a friend in school when I was in school in my second year. The guy had issues at home, like it was really obvious. First year, this guy was kind of person that every girls on campus wanted to relate with. He was good looking, he was smart. I is a really, he's a catch, like a spec kind of guy. Then second year, his guy started to change. He felt like he was neglecting himself. His hair was shabby, his skin was dull, like his eyes, it felt like there was no life in his eyes. Like when you see someone that is always happy, and then you see them when you will know something is wrong. Their attitude, the atmosphere, the aura, you will know something is wrong with this particular person. Yeah. So as a friend, I asked him, I was like, what's wrong with you? Why are you acting like this is not you? Everyone knows you are very bubbly. When you enter the lecture room, everybody's always like, ah, this guy, like you're always fun to be around with. What's going on? He didn't open up at first, but I was quite persistent because I do not like when someone that is always in a good mood tend to be in a bad mood, and then you feel like they are slipping away. And then after a while, he opened up and said he had family issues. He said something that really stuck with me till this day. He said, if he grows up, if he becomes more mature, that he was not going to get married. The crazy part is this guy has been sleeping in the school for more than a week and nobody knows. Even I was surprised when I had, because our school does not have an hostel as at that time. So I was surprised he was sleeping in school. So he said he has to always wake up very early before students start coming and lecturer to go and have his bath. And there are times when there's no water in the school yet. It would not be throughout that day. He showed me his toothbrush in his bag and his own. I was like really surprised. And then it came to my understanding like divorce is not always about two people, just you and your wife or you and your husband. People should always consider their child when they want to go into this kind of relationship. You don't have a child yet, fine. But this person you are marrying, at the long run, can you contain their personality, their lifestyle? Would it affect you and the family you envision for yourself? Do you know what this guy said after our discussion? He said something that really stuck with me till this day. He said if he ever gets to grow up and be comfortable, I was never going to get married. And then I was like, why? He said because he does not want his child or children to ever experience what he has to go through. And then I told him, because your parents are like this does not necessarily mean you also be a bad father. What you can do differently is to be with someone that is worth it, not someone that you feel like you need to be with at the heat of the moment. You need to decide by yourself to be a better version of your parents. Do not let them shape you. Now, guys, people get easily traumatized from their families and relationships around them. A lot of times, many of us have been traumatized by the attitude of our parents, the attitude of our brothers and sisters towards us, even our friends. You hear people say stuff like, I do not want friends. It's not because they don't want friends, it's not because they don't need friends, but it's because of what a friend has done to them in the past. Many children growing up will tell you, I'm never going to get married to a Muslim. Why? Because they are from a background that has painted that kind of religion in a bad light. And then there are some that will tell you they will never get married to a Christian. Why? Because they have been in a situation where that particular religion has been painted in a bad light. Now, more reason, more emphasis on why love is not always enough. You need to check and balance every other thing that you feel is it needs to properly check and balance. You need to dot all your I's and cross all your T's before going into a relationship. Now you might say it is very exhausting, like it's just a relationship. Now let me just go in there and have fun. What if you get hooked? What if this person you're planning to just have fun with you start to grow real feelings and you get connected to them that even if their values don't match, you start making excuses for them? What do? You stay there, and then at the long run you begin to hate each other when you guys already have kids, and you start fighting and cussing and saying stuff that would affect your children mentally as they grow up. It is not just about you. Don't rush these things. There is no late comer in a relationship. All that matters is for you to make it work. That is all that matters. The best person, the best couple is not the couple that don't fight or don't have issues. It's the couples that stick together regardless of all these issues. Now, the kind of fight a couple A might have, if couple B should have that kind of argument, that kind of fight, couple B might not survive it. Why? Because couple B might not have crossed all their T's and dots all their I's. They might have gone into the relationship based on a whim. Yesterday, when my brother got home, it was telling us something about his friend, that the wife went on social media and she started saying stuff that, God, ladies, be careful of incompetent men. Be careful of men that collect your money. So people will be acting as a man, but inside their house, they are not even worthy to be called a man. Even not for their dick and stuff, like there's nothing to write home about them, aside from the fact that they are sexually okay in bed, that she was stupid and dumb for making such decisions based on that. Like she was airing her dirty linen outside, like she was basically coming out to insult her husband. And I was like, why is your friend's wife like this? It was like, like personally, he doesn't even fault the woman. I was like, why? And then he said, this guy went to this state, I think to serve or something. Yeah, he went to serve in that particular state. He saw the lady, she was beautiful, very nice shape, not too tall, not too short. She get breast, she get bum bum, all this kind of stuff. And then you felt attracted to her, this kind of infatuation, or should I call it lust? They got attached. Then less than 3 months, they got introduced and they got married. Fast forward to 2023 now, I think they have 2 to 3 child now. And then apparently the marriage has been shaken for a while, that the woman has always been the one fending for the family, while the man has been using that money that the woman is using to spend the family. The man has been using it to take care of side chicks and stuff. This is why why love is not, you see, in fact, that is not, I would not even call that their stuff love, because it's fine. People believe that love at first sight happens. It works for some people and it doesn't work for some people. But this particular statement, why love is not enough, is a general thing. Many people have gone into a relationship 3 months and they are lasting for forever. And then many people have gone into relationship 3 months, and before the year is over, they've broken up, they are separated. Different strokes for different folks. But at the long run, there are so many other things that is very important before you consider saying yes to that person. Are we on the same level? Are we on the same par? My pastor used to say something. He says, if you're someone that is tech savvy, like you're a tech man or a tech woman, and you want to get married to someone that will understand when your programming is having issues. Get someone that would have an idea or two to share with you, but in your line of business. I don't know if you understand me. Don't get together with someone that does not understand how your daily lifestyle goes. Don't get together with someone that would not understand when you are facing issues in your line of work. And the only thing they have to say is, sorry, take it easy, it will be fine. Get married, get together with someone that would impact you, not just physically, but intellectually, mentally, emotionally, and financially. You can be with people that will not even add to you, which is not advisable, but be with someone that wants you to grow as much as they are growing. Be with someone that takes your matter as a priority. And you should also be with someone that you will take their matter as a priority. If you want, you don't give what you don't have. If you don't love yourself, don't bother going into relationship and trying to find validation where there is none. Emphasis on self-love. If you do not love yourself, learn to practice self-love before going into that relationship, or else you will be in a pot of soup. Like you will be in a pot of soup. Learn to love yourself, value yourself, respect yourself, take care of yourself. Like do everything that you want others to do to you, do it to yourself first. Then you will attract the kind of person that you desire. Do you get? Firstly, if you do not experience this firsthand personally, like for yourself, when you get to see these things outside, you will doubt it. First, you will doubt it. And then when you begin to accept it, and then a person mistreats you, you will find it hard to work with because you start being like, but this person spends on me. Where can I find a guy that spends on me as much as this person spends on me? Then you start to stay in toxic relationship. You start to endure things you are not supposed to endure because you do not value yourself enough to walk away. Do not just consider, boy, he said he loves me. Many people will be like, there was this thing going viral one time like that imagine getting beaten every day of the week, but it pays you, it gives you a 1 million naira every Friday. And then someone was like, she's going to stay. Naturally, she's collecting money every Friday. Like, what kind of thought process is that? They don't love you for house, or you don't love yourself. How would you decide to stick in an abusive relationship just because it's spending on you? Exactly. So, my brothers and sisters in the house, kindly practice self-love. Like that is the foundation of all these things. When you love yourself, you respect yourself, you value yourself, you care for yourself, you know what you want and what you don't want. You know what you will accept and what you will not accept. No man or woman will try to treat you less. You know that this thing I deserve it and that is what I'm going to get. I'm not going to settle for less. That's it. And that's on period. That is just that about that. You love yourself, you value yourself, you care for yourself, you respect yourself. That is everything and more. You know, you voice out your feelings and all that stuff. Like, bro, hopefully in the next video I'll be talking more about self-love at depth. Like, self-love is one topic that I actually hold in very high esteem because I've been in a place in my life where how can I what can I say? I've been in a place in my life where I've actually had to learn how to love myself. I've actually learned how to value myself and respect myself. Because there was one time that I clearly do not like myself. I do not want to use the word hate, but it was close to that. Like so many things about me that was not even right. And I was so against it. It took me a while to actually outgrow that particular phase and be this better version of myself that is still growing, obviously. So yes, that is that about that. I think But I think now we know to some extent why love alone. I mean, see, imagine saying you love someone, no, and then you guys know that your blood group and your genotype, everything opposite, and then you're like, everything will work out. Seriously, what is working out? You guys should not put the kids that you will give birth to, or even your whole life, in such jeopardy. Like, bro, you guys are not compatible medically. What in God's name are you calling love for? Why? Why? All of these things, you need to go through them properly. Don't just be blinded by love. In fact, that is not even love. If you are being realistic, that is not love, because love will not allow you to harm each other. Anyways, there will be a part 2 to this video on so many other things because my battery is low. Anyways, guys, before I go, I have a question. I have a question. There's this friend of mine, a very close friend. We grew up together, kinda. She called me last night about an issue. That there's this guy she has been dating for like 3 years, and then all of a sudden, this guy impregnated someone else. Now she's asking me if she should forgive the guy and move on, because the guy claimed he's not going to accept the baby. Sorry, that he's not going to accept the wife. The girl is just going to accept the baby. And personally, I feel like that is not a clever move. The baby is not the one in wrong here. But for a man that you have been with for 3 years to go and sleep with someone else to the extent of impregnating her, that speaks volume about the kind of person that he is. And I really want to tread on this matter softly before I actually reply, because on this particular issue, this guy has done something almost related to this issue in the past. And when I actually advised her and they settled, they turned me to a bad person. So yeah, I'll need your suggestion and ideas and advices on what you think should be the solution. Should she go back to this person that she has been dating for 3 years and went on to impregnate someone, or she should just move on? Let me hear your opinions in the comment section. Thank you very much if you watched to the various points. Like, and yes, guys, we're 500 subscribers already. Can you just imagine? God, a very good. Congratulations to us. Congratulations to us. 1K, we are coming. Get ready, we are coming. If you are not subscribed to this channel, to this love, light, and this sprinkle of violence channel, you are very wrong. Like, I don't even know what are you waiting for? What is wrong with you? Okay, click the subscribe button, Joe, and share this video. I command you to share this video. Blows powder. Share this video in Jesus' name, amen. Until next time, guys, and see you on the same station, on the same channel very soon, hopefully. Don't forget to always smile, be happy, wear a smile. It's the perfect makeup. Live life, love, be happy, have fun. You only live once. Do not live with regrets. Create beautiful memories and be happy. If you want to cry, cry. If you want to shout, shout, laugh, dance. Just do you and do what makes you happy. I love you guys. Until next time. See ya. Bye. Hasta la vista.